My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Alright, battle time. Savvy? Savvy. Let's make an absolutely certain with that one final check to see if I happen to remember something I needed to have done. Nothing came to mind, we're going with it. More than happy to start out by throwing some armor on folks. Ooh, I love that you just did that, because I'm immediately going to... Oh, no, wait, hang on. I'm targeting the Elite Berserker. Oops. Ooh, at the very least, I did manage to hit the Elite Berserker, pulled them out of line as well, get a volley of spears off here. We're very, very quick to get this Elite Berserker down, it looks. Lovely. Do I want to push them backwards? I suppose ideally not. Ugh, yikes. That's a really quick stance from you, Hammerer. I do want to kill the Elite Berserker before it actually gets the turn, though. Okay. If I Bone Spear... That's not going to kill the Elite Berserker, is it? Because I don't have the Cannoneer's Garbs on? Damn it, that actually would have been super useful. Fine, I'll just go straight for the kill then. Alright. Didn't manage to work. So I'm going to try and push the heavy flamethrower back. Did manage to do so. This is going to have to crit to actually get through here, but... Even if it got through, it wouldn't have done anything to stop the... Hang on. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. It's about to happen. It wouldn't have... That wouldn't have stopped that. Ooh, good hit on the hammer at the very least. We've started to get those, and we pulled the heavy flamethrower out of position. There you go. Take your turn moving forwards. I'll immediately try and pull someone back ahead of you. Almost worked. The longer we ignore that Berserker, like, the far better off we have been. Damn it. Okay, hang on. I can de-stance you this time, actually. Never mind, not if you redirect me. Ah, bugger. God, the hammer is like the safest target to leave on the field at the end of the fight, but until that point, really annoying to deal with. I'm almost saddened that they have to be my kill. Good, we got the push. Oh! Well, at least you killed your ally. I'm worried what happens if this Berserker dies. So I'm not even going to attack it right now. I'll just tank its hit here. Yeah, now I'll throw the volley of spears on them. And it's time to exclusively focus the heavy flamethrower now. I'm happy to go for that heal just on Call of the Wild, because you do have Ward. So we are pretty comfortable. Oh, right, and we did end up figuring out that the heavy flamethrower isn't actually that bad for us. Yeah, because most of its damage is on the ignite, and we have the ability to remove that debuff. So that is actually something that we have going for us for the final fight, the Pyromancer fight. We seem pretty well prepared for that, don't we? So this is a heavy flamethrower with 14 armor on it. The defensive pylon, that is the most armored pylon in the boss fight. The most armored pylon in the boss fight that's in the next space is given 6 block.
I hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
6 blocks? Sorry, 6 armor? So I actually think we can just go straight through the pylons with damage. It's not great, obviously, because we're not critting. So I will probably look to get supplementary damage like Misericord or something like that. Misericord, sorry. Or something like that on both Neo and Patricia before we go in. But that definitely looks like the right path to be going down for me. Okay. Yeah, Skull, Luck, and Initiative. I think this one goes on Neo. Now we make a 2 purple flesh quality.
It's no gold, but it will do.
Oh, come on. Just short. Alright, fine. I can make 1 more flesh, can't I? Pretty easily, in fact.
My work.
Alright. 2 flesh. And again, and again. Beautiful. Alright, so evasion, initiative, and accuracy, quite useful. Who's the lower the accuracy of you two? Actually, you're equal. Well, you're equal, but Patricia has lower grade equipment right now. I guess neither of you has much accuracy on your equipment, yeah. Losing accuracy when it's the only part of your equipment that has accuracy attached to it, Neo, I don't know if I can do that for you. So I don't know if I can give you this flesh. That said, the evasion, accuracy, initiative, it's the initiative from this that I want to give to Patricia. But that would overwrite her accuracy and luck as well. That's really bad. Damn it. So why do I want to give the initiative Patricia there? So the initiative would be so that later on, like much later in the campaign, I can swap to the light armor, which just has, if your minions at the start of combat have 8 initiative or more, they gain +8 accuracy and +8 evasion for this whole battle. And having my whole party get that effect, as well as the grappling hook, should guarantee that we're hitting constantly, as well as give us some pretty good evasion. Also, this outdoor fork should probably be dropped at this point. We'll get the Amulet of Perfection. Minions are made up of 4 uncommon parts or more, gain additional 20 vigor during battle. And that is just like temporary max HP directly atop the HP that we usually have. So, one thing that we should consider before we go in is what spells are we going to be casting against the pylons, right? They are immune to all buffs and debuffs. They have 6 armor and 6 resistance maximum, 0 and 0 for the supported pylon, but you do have block and ward. And then the attack pylon, I think, has 4 and 4 for armor and resistance. So what spells do we actually cast in that combat? Well, we can't set targets on fire. That's considered a debuff. Hail of Teeth it's fine. I mean, Hail of Teeth costs us 2 mana to do, which is pretty good. We'll be able to cast that, like, every round. Cursed Doll is actually really interesting as well. Like, if I'm okay with giving up on Indiscriminate Fate right now just to take Soul Leech and then Cursed Doll, that gives me a 1 mana 30 damage nuke that I get to use every single round. These things have... Oh, yikes. Their vigor is actually really high. I was thinking, these things don't have that much vigor. I mean, that's probably like half of one's HP. No, it's not. It's pretty far off. Okay. I don't think that's the aim then. Eventually over the course of the fight, the Inventor is definitely going to lose all of their luck. Just like all of it. Shouldn't have to deal with that. Yeah, I don't think there's much that I change in that area over there. Alright, back to equipment. Call of the Wild, can we get you a better skull right now? It's a hard no. Bones? Yeah, we can get some higher level bones. Let's do that.
Behold my work.
Ooh.
No gold.
2 of them? That could completely replace Kyle. Evasion, luck, resistance, or accuracy, block, resistance. Accuracy, block, resistance, pretty great. I'm just thinking if that accuracy goes on Patricia instead. No, the block and resistance, yeah, it's just super, super Kyle. And then evasion, luck, and resistance, maybe Kyle as well, actually. Resistance becomes more important next floor, especially at the end of the next floor. If I party wipe in this boss fight, this is going to be tragic for us. Like, absolutely, completely crippling. Thankfully, we do have, like, some ways to come back. Like, obviously, the comeback system, the ability to retreat if we lose too many members in the party, things like that. We'll try and make better usage of those going forward. All right, so we have a Misericord that goes on one of you. And quickly, before I do anything, rather, let's craft the other one, just in case. Yeah, I'm not going to go for a super high level one. It's never that good. I don't know if it's ever justified to actually go for the high level ones. Like, these weapons can get turned into armor, which can get turned into flesh, which is actually useful for me. Like, everything has the ability to be useful. So just wasting them to make something that's probably not even better than just a basic one.
Successful alchemy.
Useless to me. Yeah, neither of you is really going to trigger either of those conditions. Okay. Oh, wait, Drew. Never mind. You're not actually going out on the mission. It's Carl and Kyle. There we go. All right, that's all looking good. Now we just have to finally decide who gets which flesh. I think since you have accuracy, like, only on that flesh, I have to give you the accuracy. Otherwise, you're extremely inaccurate. All right. Because I'm not going to replace any of the rest of the purple parts. Probably not at this point, at least. Okay, so I am also considering swapping the ribcage armor for the Cannoneer's garb here. Just because damage is real rough. Wait a second, I have Chain Lightning. Why would I consider anything else? I can lower the accuracy of the Inventor going in. What's the Inventor's accuracy by base? 85, okay, that takes it down to a 70. That's useful. Having extra Wrath going into the battle shouldn't matter. We should be able to accrue that pretty quickly. Skullfall. No, that only really does its damage with Ignite. Yeah, it's just Smoke Bomb.
It embellishes my undead features.
Nothing else at all, even slightly. No inclination. Just going once, going twice. Final thing that we should do before we run away from the area is probably finish the excavation. Yikes. Don't really want to sacrifice either of those, but I guess I will. Make ourselves a... No, we don't even have a trash mummy. Oh no, trash zombie. Although I was right, we don't have a trash one. Fine, I will make another piece of flesh.
It's no gold.
Finally getting ourselves that zombie.
No
Fill the slot with one of my actually useful
firepower.
Useful bone golems.
Infused soul.
Excellent. The final thing I could possibly do is go for the Abode of Wrath and fill that with one slot, but look, it won't make a difference in this combat. Alright. Just trying to make absolutely certain that I've done everything that I can do. So that when I fail, it's not entirely my fault. Yeah, it will be. Offensive Pylon actually has no protection of all. So that's just going to be the one we damage then. I also can't really debuff it at all, so there's no considerations. Just hit it. I'd also really like my Wrath to be higher, but that's neither here nor there right now. Fine. Work on it a little. You can heal it by 41, because that negates like 1 turn by a mummy and 1 turn by a bone golem, or probably more accurately 2 turns by a bone golem. Not too bad. Okay, that offensive pylon can now be taken down by, like, a really easy spell. I'll use a bone spear to do so. In doing that, I actually also got myself 50 Wrath. Yeah, we should probably start killing the supported pylon, lest it gives way too many buffs to the Inventor. Just need a little bit more damage dealt. Thank you. And we're almost on the 100 Wrath that we need. So that we can just cast spells constantly. Hey, we're there. Now all of our spells cost 10 less. So there are spells that I actually have that cost 0, like Bone Spear right now. I'm going to use the Hail of Teeth, though.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather.
I expected a few things from this game. I did not expect a parody of Stormy Weather. The only game that can brag that it's been inspired by both Darkest Dungeon and Ella Fitzgerald. Hail of Teeth.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Okay. Finish off the supported pylon, I guess.
Become part.
Is there any reason for me to divert from what I'm currently doing? Like, it seems to be doing fine. Like, yeah, the supported pylon is, like, sorry, the Inventor is getting healed occasionally, but, like, occasionally. The occasional is thankfully just that. Oh god, stop critting! It's ridiculous. So if you're wondering why we're not just hitting the Inventor, by the way, 999 armor, 999 resistance. Just, that was our whole battle plan, is to not hit that for exactly that reason. I just want to make clear, just in case anyone was sitting there thinking, Ryan, what the hell are you doing?
Bony weather incoming.
Ooh. Neat kill, neat kill. I'll actually go with the heal, man. I was thinking I was going to have to dedicate both Bone Golem actions to that. Stop! How are you always critting this same guy? Also, by the way, somehow the Inventor has never triggered a debuff from either of the mummies, but has hit both of them or targeted both of them 3 times each. Just a little frustrating how that works, or doesn't.
Rot their flesh and their soul. Your frail body.
I was kind of ideally looking to try and get the block off of that target this turn so that I could actually cast a spell on him, but I'll take what I get. Man, every turn you'll take just buffing yourselves, I am extremely pleased. Every single one of them is just a giant gift to me.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
I'm gonna go for the heal on the unit that needs it the most here, and the kill on the one that doesn't. So yeah, like I've probably killed 4 so far. Stop! How? How? At least you've now got 1 lowering of your luck. But never mind, you remove debuffs. I did not know that that was a thing. So the defensive pylons remove debuffs from the enemy. That's bad. That's a bad thing. Oh no.
This will be your.
Yeah, I'm happy to chain lightning the front line here. Should deal pretty decent damage.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
God, stop it! Is that a remove debuffs? Is that? That's removes debuffs. Yeah, that has to be. Okay, cool. So I know it's the defensive pylons removing debuffs. I mean, I should have known beforehand because they were the only things on the field at the time that the debuff was removed. But, you know. Nice to have a little bit of confirmation.
Enough left to reanimate.
Oh, God.
This is what 1,000 years of evolution looks like.
Just
pathetic.
Ouch. Oh, hang on. You're actually healing instead of zapping me for 5 trillion damage to every single one of my units? I'm so pleased. I barely knew that was a physical possibility for you.
No sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
It might be around for just some heals. I could start getting defensive pylon. I should probably start on the pylon. Fine. Oh, damn! I mean, if that's how it's gonna work out, yeah, I definitely should have started on it. Okay.
One less annoyance.
Good hit. Think, yeah, we're still Still dealing with the Inventor by exactly 10 HP.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
With that crit, we might have this. Never mind. If we lose someone in exactly this round, I am going to be so mad. Yeah, looks like that wasn't gonna happen at all, pretty much ever.
Worthless as you were in life.
Good fight, Inventor. Good fight.
Death.
Look at all these rewards. A Book of Ancient Wisdom, as well as a level 6 brain. A flesh, high-level flesh. And Golden Rose as well to boot. Golden Rose probably the least useful thing we were given there. But it is a unique effect. All female enemies are 15% more likely to escape. That is actually a little bit more relevant when we go to the next floor, because the next floor is, I think, on average, like, weighted heavier towards female characters. Yeah, definitely. Compared to, at the very least, the other areas. We were doing armor on this, right? Hang on, were we? No, we never decided on the bone armor, which way that goes. I think it does just go to block.
Get back to battle.
If nothing else, then just for the point of armor that it gives us. Neo, yes, I remember.
Serve
your
me
HP.
well, my minion.
Dread Evasion Initiative. I'm really glad that we dodged getting that out of constructing it. I would have been very disappointed to have found that. All right, back in the talent tree, we will polish off the rest of Indiscriminate Fire. I'm reserving the possibility of going for Soul Leech to Cursed Doll, but the Pyromancer has... I'm pretty sure the Pyromancer has really good resistance. Unfortunately, I don't have her Humanarium token at the moment, so I'll have to have a look at that probably through a wiki. Yeah, other than that, we're basically done. Sweet. At least with those trees, that is to say. So final area in there is 80. I could get the second area here in the Deg Lake. Could do. I will, however, at the moment, just get all of my units and walk through this door. Get as much healing as possible. Well, you can see immediately there's a path with a Steely on it, so I'm looking at that. But there's a path with a Steely and a Sacrificial Altar, and then another Sacrificial Altar later, and then another Steely. Oh my god, that would be such a good line if it wasn't for the fact that we don't really need experience anymore. So instead, we're probably just going for the most complicated line in terms of, you know, how many combats there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is basically the exact same... This is the exact same floor layout that we just had. I'm almost certain. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was 5 to get here from the left-hand path, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 to get from any other path. Yeah, no, I literally just did this map. So I know that the optimal is to take the path around the outside. That said, that path was optimized to get Steelies and Sacrificial Altars. I can just dodge them. I can go for chests containing artifacts rather than a Steely. In fact, that's probably going to be significantly more effective for us. In this next battle, there is just a Thief and 2, I think they're crossbowmen? Totally fine. Is there anything I want to change about my equipment? I mean, I guess I do put the Book of Ancient Wisdom on. No reason not to.
Features, no?
I don't know. I don't know if I change anything about my equipment anymore. Because I do need the extra damage now that the enemies have extra HP. Let's go. I'm not really going to know what to do with all of this experience eventually. I did want to get all of this really early because it was, you know, kind of, it's fundamental to our, like, actual battle strategy. but it does mean that that library is going to go unattended and unutilized for a very long period of time later on in the game. Yeah, let's just work our way through the rogue really quickly here. Or at least as quickly as we can. Okay, so the crossbowmen both have 0 evasion. That's really good to see. The thief has 33. All right, so we're at what? 23, so we're at 77% chance to hit you per attack. It's fine.
Making a mass grave.
Oh, come on. Really? Barely alive. I'm gonna use Chain Lightning right now, because that's actually gonna get us Wrath.
More materials. It would be this easy.
And that Wrath is gonna start healing us back up and stuff like that. It's all good. If there was something in the Wrath tree that was like, if you have 100 Wrath, start restoring mana per turn, that would be just so insane. As in, like, too insane. As in, they can't have that happen. As much as I would desperately want it. What the hell? I did not know crossbowmen had access to that attack. That is wild as hell. I have to try and make sure that that one's not in the front line when the time comes. What? They can... Okay, so they can do it from either of the front 2 lines. Fine. I tried to play around it, but there was never any playing around it.
Ashes to ashes.
Finally.
Dust to dust.
Gonna have some way to get through this block. Is that going to be something that I have to worry about later on this floor? Like more efficient ways of removing block? No. Elite Berserkers? How much of a problem are they going to be? They do have a lot of HP, but I think like 2 volley of spears and I just get to kind of like instantly focus them down. So I think like a large... I think a large amount of the problems that this party faces, we get to instantaneously solve by just using a big spell and hoping they die. My gosh. You're actually really testing my patience right now. There we go. We should still full heal out of combat, right?
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
Because of the thing, what with the vigor? I mean, it went okay. So yeah, we're not going steely. We're going to the chest. Mythical artifacts. Light armor could be useful. None of those are light armor. Critically hits by minions and enemies deal 30% more damage. We don't need that. Iratus gains a 10% chance to stun enemies he damages with destruction spells. Useful, but it does go in the amulet slot. But I guess it's probably more useful than the amulet that I actually currently have for the final boss battle. Possibly. We'll probably end up taking that. Archmage's robes. All enemies lose 1 ward at the beginning of each battle. Ward is something that we actually never really contest with, so no need to really concern myself with that at all. Back out into the graveyard. 78. Yeah, we're still just slightly short of the final part of the excavation, so nothing done there. Back into the talent tree. We have... Should I just get Skullfall? Because, like, opening up a fight with a big Skullfall is pretty good. That said, it's magic damage, and the enemies have ward, and I have nothing to remove their ward, so it seems like... It seems like it'll be really hit and miss, depending on who I'm fighting at the time. I'm honestly now looking at Dark Enlightenment like, can we? 1, 2, 6, 11. 11 to get down there? We get a Brides of Iratus and a Skeletons buff along the way that are complete garbage for us. There's no way that's correct. It's just so much investment in getting so little. I mean, I guess we could start going for Reign of Gore. It'll give us something to cast in battles, but I guess I think we already have something to cast in pretty much all battles. I don't know. I'm gonna go Grey Matter.
The will becomes free.
I'll wait for Veteran Commander, I think, at this point as well. So that'll just get us to the point that if we have to sub in any new characters and give them brains, we will get them back to level 7 real quickly. Alright, so this next area has a bard in it. That's fine. Nothing I need to adjust considering we're fighting a bard. Not I can think of. I may actually want to swap out the Misericord on both Patricia and Neo here in order to try and pick up a bit of accuracy for them instead. At the very least for Patricia. Yeah, I'm going to do it for Patricia right now, actually. Okay, so we're going over into the alchemy. We'll extract 2 bones.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
Where are we? There we go. Starting at turn 2 position. Yeah, that's never really going to happen. It's fine. Great. Just a little bit of extra accuracy goes a long way. I'm a big fan of the, have guaranteed hits on almost every strike that you make strategy. Just because I find it can get real frustrating if you're rolling the dice and just getting a little bit too unlucky. Okay, that debuff is lose all evasion. Yeah, I think we're fine with that, actually. The bot is actually going to do like a bunch of buffs, right? For some reason, I don't think the bard is a problem. Like, I have a memory of the bard just, like, not being a concern. So I'm going to rely on that memory of mine. We'll see how it treats us.
Making a mass grave.
I wish I could have waited until that could actually possibly be used for a kill. Oh, come on! He had like 0 HP, 0.0 HPs. Okay, at least that one killed, so now we get the 50 Wrath from it. Beautiful. Excellent, excellent. Yep, just keep the focus up. I guess I'll go for the, mutilation, just lower their damage. Just in case. Guys, those heals are real powerful.
Rot their flesh and their soul.
Thankfully, it's no removal of debuffs, so we're still fine with it. Okay, the crits are starting to be much more commonplace. Enemy still has 1 luck on them, though. Great. Okay, so the bard still has access to her healing for both sanity and HP if she's in the front line. That's interesting. Because she had access to it from the back line, so she has access to it absolutely everywhere. I can never stop her healing, right? Does she have any, like, she has a high attack stat, which makes me think she probably has an attack from some position. I'm concerned about where that might be from. Like, her attack stat is 3 times the attack stat of the rogues. It's a bit of a concern, right? All she does is heal. And then if she's on the battlefield at the very end, she runs away. So I don't really know when whatever happens, happens. Really? It's exactly what I needed you to not do. Okay. Well, now things are suddenly way more serious. Because I'm in danger of losing Neo. Okay. So I can still just pull the rogue, kills the rogue. Fine. That one happens every time, and there's no reason to change and use an ability for any reason. I think... Kyle, you bone ward forwards. And then Carl, you drop that buff. Neo's in a pretty bad position to actually even act there, so I'll just have you wait. Let's see if we can do anything to the crossbowman. That's a strong no that I'm getting there. Have Call of the Wild move themselves back forward. Yeah, we need to end this battle pretty quickly, so I'm going to use Volley of Spears now.
Making a mass grave.
Again next turn. I'm going to use it now again next turn. I'm going to use it here to get rid of the ward. Sorry, the block. And then now again next turn. I definitely didn't make a giant mistake and use it directly against block that I should have been able to see. Definitely didn't do that. Oops.
Making a mass grave.
We just wasted a lot more resources than we necessarily needed to. Oh well. It happens. Come on. All you have to do is connect with a hit. That'll do it. And now the bot is going to want to run away. Ah, there you go.
As your suffering ends, your service begins.
There's another book of Iratus, by the way. Ridiculous.
It embellishes my undead features.
All right. Let us do a quick substitution here. We'll throw Ballard back into the party. Welcome back, Ballard. It's Eternity of Torment you pick up. I don't think we're getting spring for equipment for you, Ballard. I'm sorry to say. Need an extra Bone Golem for this position right here. I'm obviously not going to throw away the leveled up Bone Golem. Obviously not. Are you kidding me? Next space is an Ancient Coffin. We'll just go there first, I guess. No reason to make a decision before that space. Extra luck. Upon receiving damage, you get extra chance to find parts after victory. I mean, that'd be fine just to put on a tanky... like, it stacks 3 times. Yeah, so 18% chance to acquire extra parts after victory on a... on a Bone Golem. Wild. Once every 3 turns, clear all debuffs from the minion. Triggers up to 3 times. That's pretty good too. Black Ward, once every... Okay, so it's probably Blood Diamond here. Yeah. It's either that or Golden Tooth, and Golden Tooth is only if I really want extra parts, and I think I'm tapering out of how many extra parts I'm really going to want. That said, we're not actually going to be going into the next battle because it is the end of the episode. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.